Mrs. Hu makes some cookies to sell. 3/4 of them were chocolate cookies and the rest was almond cookies. So I'm going to cut this into 4 units first. Okay. 4 units. And then I'm going to shade 3 for chocolate. And 1 unit would be the almond. Okay, next. After selling 210 almond cookies, I don't know how much to mark inside here. It's okay, let's just leave it first because I will know this one here. And 5/6 of the chocolate cookies. So my chocolate cookies should be 6 units, but then now my chocolate cookie is 3. So what can I do? I can cut each one into 2 so I can get 6 units. Okay, which means my almond I'll also cut into 2 as well. All right, so I sold 5/6. So I'm going to shade this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sold. Okay. And they say that at the end of the selling of cookies, she had 1/5 of the cookies left. But here, I have 8 units. Here, my total cookies I'm talking about is 5 parts. So since I'm talking about the same whole, I got them the same using LCM of 5 and 8, which is 40. So 1/5 to get to 40 as a denominator, I multiply by 8. Then to get to 40 here, I cut each one into 5 units. Okay. So since this is the left for chocolate, okay, and I know at the end I have 8 units left in total for all the cookies. So if 5 units come from chocolate, then what I'm left with here would be 3 units. So I'm going to cancel off the 5 units. I'm going to mark out a 3 unit and a 2 units. So this is the almond left also, because in total I know I have 8 units left. That means to say this 2 unit and a 5 unit will be my 210 almond cookies I sold. So 7 units will be 210. 1 unit is 210 divided by 7, which is 30. And then how many cookies did Mrs. Hoon sell? Mrs. Hoon sold all this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 25 units plus here 7 units, which is 32 units in total. So 32 units would be 30 times 32, which would be 960. So that's your answer. Okay. Okay, question 69 will be your burgers and fries question. So first off, Mr. Lee baked 185 more chicken pies and tuna pies. So I'm going to draw. Okay. And then I'm going to put in 185 here. And then tuna pie will just have this, a 1 unit, 1 big box here. Okay. So just to help you to visualize this, and this is equal. So the only thing that's extra is 185 more chicken pies there. Now, after selling 3/5 of the chicken pies, so 3/5 of this is 3/5 of the burgers and 3/5 of the fries. So I'm going to cut this into 5, and then I'm going to shade the 3 that was being sold, and 3/5 of 185. So I'm going to cut this into 5 as well. Okay, so 185 divided by 5 would be 37. So each one is 37, 37, 37, 37, 37. So I will have sold the 3 also. 3/5 here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So after selling this, so what is being left here is 37 times 2, which is 74. So here is 74. Okay. Now next, for the tuna pie, you sold half. Half means 1 out of 2 of the tuna pies. So I'm going to cut this into 2, and then I'm going to shade 1. Okay. And then after that, whatever that is left will be 146 pies in total. How many pies did he sell? So here, since the blue part I'm draw should be the same, I need to make them the same. So LCM of 5 and 2 would be 10. So to get to 10 units here inside the blue box, I cut this into 5 units each and the top one into 2 units each. Okay, so what am I left with? I'm left with here, for chicken pies, you're left with 4 units plus 74. Plus for tuna pie, you're left with 5 units, and these will give me 146. Okay, so 9 units plus 74 is 146. So my 9 units is actually equals to 146 minus 74, which is 72. So 1 unit would be 72 divided by 9. That will give me 8. How many pies did he sell in total? So the sold would be the 246 plus 5, 11 units. 8 times 11, 88. And then plus my here, which is a 37 times 3. 37 times 3 would be 111. So 111 plus 88, that will give me 199. So that would be your answer for question 69. Okay. Okay, for question 70, I will just explain the whole question. Now, figure 1 shows a square tile that's made up of 2 black squares, P and Q, and 2 identical white rectangles, so these 2 are equal as well. The length of one side of square Q, which is this square Q, okay, is twice the length of one side of square P. So this would be 2 units, 2 units, this is 1 unit, 1 unit. So I will know these are all 2 units, 1 unit, this is 1 unit, 2 units, okay. So what I can actually do is I can actually cut them up into equal units. So since this 2 units, I can cut it up into like this. Like this. So what you're actually getting here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 squares in total. Out of the 9, the ones that are made up of black square would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 9. That will be your part A. Okay. Part B. Figure 2 shows a floor laid with the square tiles. All right. The floor is 80 meter by 80 meter and is completely covered with the square tiles. Find the total area of the floor covered by square tiles. All right. So I just find the whole total area of the whole floor first, which is 18 times 80 meters times 80 meters, which will give me 324 square meter. So since 5/9 of the square is covered with black square, then out of the whole thing, it will also be 5/9 of the whole floor also. Okay, so 5/9 times 324, I'll get the answer of 180 square meter. That's it. Okay, that's it for part B. Okay, Mr. Tan exchanged a $10 note for 50-cent coins. All the coins had the same value. What was the value of each coin? So it's just $10 divided by 50. Okay, and then if you don't know how to do this, you're supposed to break up the 50 into 5 and 10. So I have 10 divided by 5 divided by 10. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. So you have 2 divided by 10, which will bring me to 0.2. So this is 20 cents actually. Okay, option number 3. For question 11, these are 3 identical right-angled triangles, and I know RS is 12 cm, so I'll be able to know that 12 divided to 6, so this is 6, 6, and 6 cm. Okay, and then they tell you the perimeter of the whole figure is 36 cm. So let me just highlight out for you to see. The perimeter is made out of the 6, the 12, the 10, and this unknown QP, which you need for the height of the triangle. Okay, so you can take 36 minus 3 groups of 6 minus the 10. So in total, you are removing 28. Okay, so 36 minus 28 will give you 8 cm. So I know this height here is 8 cm. All right, so one triangle will be half times base times height because the triangle is here. $24. I have 3 triangles because they want PQRS, the whole thing. So 24 times 3 will bring me to 72 square centimeter. So option number 1 for question 11. Okay, now this question we have done 2 times already in the homework book, okay? So this is the smaller box. And then for the larger box, they say the length, the breadth, and the height of the larger box is twice those of the smaller box. So what's going to happen is the length will be twice. I'm going to draw 2 times of this. So this is 1 time. So 2 times of this will be once and twice. So 2 times. And then the height is also going to be 2 times, once, twice. Okay. And then the breadth is also going to be twice of this. So 2 times. So once, twice. Okay. Maybe the visualize a little bit. This is how big the larger box will be. It will look like this, something like this. Okay. So the original box was originally the length was 1 time, so twice. Then here the breadth also twice. And then the height is also twice as well. Okay, so originally this was the 1 small box, and in the big box this was 1 of it. So if 1 small box can fit 24, in a large one you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 of it. So 24 times 8. If you can't see, it's actually 24 times the length 2 times, times the breadth 2 times, and times the height 2 times. So times 2 times 2 times 2. 24 times 8 will give you 192. So my answer is number 4. Okay, so just remember, why is it times 2 times 2 times 2? Because it's times 2 for the length, times 2 for the breadth, times 2 for the height. Then you get 192. All right. Okay, now for this question, it's actually very simple. This blue line and this blue line is the full outline, the parameter of the shaded figure. This one inside is not. Okay, outline, that means that one, the lines that outline the whole thing. Okay, now if you can tell, this is a square in the middle, right? So what you can see is actually this is a quadrant. So if this is a quadrant, that means this blue line is 3/4 of a circle. Okay, so this line is 3/4 of a circle. So you can take 3/4 times pi times d, which is 3/4 times 22/7 times the diameter of this. The length of AB is 7 cm, so the diameter would be 7 times 2, 14. Okay, so times 14. So when I cross cancel, you have 33 cm here for one side of it. There are 2 sides, so this side also must count in. So 33 times 2, you'll get 66 cm. Option number 3. Okay. In 15, tank A contain water to half its height, so it's half of this whole tank. So I have 50 times 30 times 40 with the half in front. Okay, so half times 50 times 30 times 40 can cross cancel. And cross cancel with this. Okay, so I left with 50 times 30 times 20. So 30 times 20 is 600. 600 times 50 would be 30,000. Yeah, cubic centimeter. So this was the amount of water inside this tank. And then when I pour into the tank B without spilling, what is the height of the water level in tank B? Remember, the base does not change at all. So the base area of tank B is 60 times 20, which is 1,200. So the water level will be my volume divided by my base area, which is 1,200 divided by, which is 30,000 divided by 1,200. Can cross cancel. So you're left with 300 divided by 12. You end up 25 cm. Option number 3. Okay, that's it. Okay, for this pattern question, right? They want a complete table for structure 6. So you will see that this is plus 8, plus 8, plus 5, plus 8. Okay, so plus 8, plus 8, plus 5, plus 8. The structure 6, you're going to only add up here again. So this one would be a plus 5, which is 46 here. Okay, can you see the pattern? Because here I'm adding a new one here. So you have a plus 8. Then here you add on a new one here, you plus 8. Okay, and then when you're adding on to it, this part here, it's a plus 5. So actually you don't need to care about the first one. It only starts here. From here onwards, right, it's a plus 8, plus 5, plus 8. Whenever you want to attach the one beside, it's only plus a 5. Okay, so the next one is going to add a 5 there. For the height of structure, you realize that every level has 2. So structure 1 and 2 is one level. Then structure 3 and 4 is another level. So on and so on. So they are in pairs actually. So this is 3, 3. This one is 6, 6. So this one will be 9 and 9 cm. So they are in pairs. Okay. So if I want to find the height of structure 119, I have to find how many pairs there are. So I will take 119. I will take 119 plus 1, which is 120. 120 divided by 2. So there are 60 pairs. Okay, 60 pairs are. And then I'm going to multiply by groups of 3. So 60 times 3, it will be 180 cm. That will be for part B, 180 cm. Okay. So like I told you for part C, how many rods were used to build structure 119? So if you look at the number of rods, you realize that from the first 3, it's not stabilized yet, so it's a plus 8, plus 8, 5. So from structure 4 onwards, right, you realize they are adding groups of 13. Okay, groups of 13, plus 8, plus 5, plus 8, plus 5, so on and so forth. So we're going to ignore the first 3 structure here. So we're going to add groups of 13 actually, groups of 13, so on and so forth for every 2 structure. Okay, so how many groups of 13 do I add? I'll take 119 minus the first 3 structure. I don't want the first 3. I have 116, and then I put it into pairs. So 116 divided by 2, I'll actually have 58 groups of 13 to add later. Okay, now next, for structure 119, you're going to add, starting from here, from 28 here, all the way, and add groups of 13. So I'll have 28 plus 58 groups of 13. And then I'll get 782. That will be a number of rods. Okay, that's it for C.